Lucy versus Sock, our first game of the day. TeD Cup 8. Group B kicks off. Let's head into it. All right, now the overlay is correct. And off we go. Sock in the top left in the blue. Lucy top right in the white. And he is going for the Crypt Lord. And with that, most likely an expansion indeed. The top units nowadays don't seem to prefer this style too much anymore. Happy basically never did against human. He had like very few games where he did in fact play a Crypt Lord Expo, but that was super rare. 1-0 did it much more so, but I believe also recently has not been doing it much at all. Only on really good maps for it. Echo Isles is a very good map for it because you can creep here and expand very easily, move across, creep here, get more experience, and then possibly do a lot of damage at the expansion. Another great map for Crypt Lord expansion is Tidehunters, and that might be kind of it. Northern Isles, I guess it can also be very good. And off we go. Footy Scout by Sock sees the Crypt Lord early, and he's going for the Merc camp right away. I like that choice a lot. The Mercs will be a big help against the Crypt Lord. Not just because the Shadow Priest can dispel, but also just to have a bit of ranged additional damage to fight against the push that will certainly be coming. Oh, it's a lot of damage on the peasants here, by the way. One of them almost going down. Having those low HP peasants in the main can be pretty dangerous. But none of them have fallen, and the Archmage gets the big item. Talisman of Evasion, pretty damn bad for him. Later for a Mountain King. Could be good, I guess, but doesn't help much now. Crypt Lord starts off with a circlet. Perfect item right there. And he has a lot of summons already. This is, of course, the strength of the Crypt Lord early game. You can summon a lot of units very fast, and that can be especially painful for the peasants. No expansion yet. Lucy in the past tended to creep with 4 instead of 3 ghouls a lot. And I always felt like that wasn't the perfect build, because you can creep this camp super easy with just 3 ghouls. And now we got level 2.7 or 2.6? 2.6 on the Crypt Lord. How many peasants a kill does he need here? He needs 5 peasant kills for the level up. And this initial defense is going to be a big deal. The Berserker, by the way, also crucially important. Using an Impale to get that Berserker can be very much worth it. But I used the Impale on the Archmage, but the stun doesn't last long enough. Archmage gets away. Level 2 Water Elemental, of course. The strongest weapon right now that Sock has. Shadow Priest is going to be almost taken out. He's got one more Dispel now, but here comes the Impale. Oh, and he's getting the double Impale. Wow, that was great by Lucy. He got the Shadow Priest and the Berserker, and that's level 3. He's almost got the next Beetles ready. There we go. Level 2 Beetles coming in. The illusion's also very helpful here, by the way. Soaking up so much damage. Sock has to target fire instead of A-click, because otherwise the illusions take up too much damage. Good harass. Really good harass for Lucy. Arcane Tower is finally finished, but this expansion definitely delayed. Sock probably was exposing the Berserker a bit too much. You want to have the Berserker very far in the back so it doesn't get targeted too easily. I would say that was the biggest mistake. But when the Crypt Lord comes in with the Skellies and the Beetles, in this case even one of Illusions, it's very hard to manage this all perfectly. We got Boots on the AM. Crypt Lord is coming back in, but there's not really anything you can do here. Doesn't have Beetles. Just getting his mana drained. But Lucy is fully mining. He's got a Narrow Tower already. And he can start the tech now, something that Sock can't do yet. His expansion clearly later. And also very expensive in lumber. This Wand of Illusion was so good, by the way. It soaked up so much damage. Early Spirit Tower. I like the early Graveyard, by the way. You want to transition quickly into Fiends. The Ghouls will fall off heavily against this AM, plus more Mercs, potentially. And this is a good early game for Lucy. Absolutely. He got ahead the way you are kind of supposed to with the Crypt Lord. His tech isn't super mega fast. We can see the human tech is about maybe 45 seconds behind. And Sokka's looking to do some counter damage. The water elementals are very strong right now. Would love to see a second crypt by Lucy. He's making one, indeed, at the expansion already started. Solid play by Lucy, I gotta say. Like I said earlier, I think he's looking much more solid than he was a couple months ago. Wait, we got no in-game sound? I just saw that now. I can hear the in-game sound. What the hell? Why can't you guys? Wait a minute. Alright, we're gonna have to do that after the game, I guess. Sorry that the in-game sound is not working right now, but I can't fix it at the moment. I'm gonna have to tinker around and... Alright, for map 1, no in-game sound, unfortunately. Don't know exactly why this is, but I'm gonna try to fix it. After our first map. So we got a lot of Fiends out now. Tier 3 is coming for Sock. He's trying to get quickly into high tech. Oh, he's got like barely any units. Only a couple of footies. MK coming, Sanctum. Normally what we saw against Crypt Lord a lot was a lot of breakers. Only very few knights. Only like 2 or 3 knights. And then priests, gyros, mortar teams. That seemed to be the best army in the late game. Having the AM here early on level 4 is also very good to have the bonus mana regen on everything. Oh, mana potion impale on this AM is caught. It's gonna be the TP first. And the big item is still up for grabs over here. Valuable experience also for the DK. MK comes out, but it's not gonna be too easy to level for him. Lots of gold, though, on Sock. Going for the workshop now. Workshop a little bit late, maybe. But it's, of course, going to be easily taken out here. Oh, look at that. The burrow dodge. Wow. Dude, Lucy got so much better. Seriously. Great to see. He was struggling quite a bit last year, but Lucy is looking much, much stronger now in this new year. Glad to see it. And Sock still doesn't have the tech yet. He needs adept training ASAP. Was forgetting about the adept training on the priests. That's painful. Very, very helpful against the Crypt Lord, obviously. DK takes some damage, but he's got the Invo Potion and some statues in the back. The statues a little too far away, I guess. But especially the Water Elementals are still doing a good job. Tier 3 and Destroyers aren't quite finished yet. But they're going to be coming soon, I have to think. There we go, Adept Training finally. We got the double workshop. Gyros coming. Lots of gold still on Sock. Paladin, he's going to get a lot stronger soon. But he needs more breakers. He needs a few knights. And some more teams as well, as I said. Once the human army is at 80 supply, and nicely upgraded, especially with Inner Fire, it's quite strong, but it takes a long time to get there. Whereas the Undead is potent and dangerous much, much earlier. Just with like 60 supply, Fiends, and Triple Hero, this Undead army is already very strong. A small map like Echo Isles can be very hard to find the necessary creep camps for the heroes. The Orb of Fire is doing a good job here, though. Minimizing healing by a good amount. I think that was the first Fiend kill. But now we also have Destroyers getting morphed. That makes things a lot more difficult, especially for the Water Elementals. Of course. MK gets level 2, but he's also quite hurt. We have more Impales here. Only level 1 Impale, though. Crypt Lord not quite level 4 yet. Should get there soon, though. The Pally arrives. And Sock seems to be stabilizing. 61 supply against 71, though. Lucy still clearly a lead there. Gets shop control also. Oh, the gyros! Sock has to be more careful with this. You don't want to lose these gyros so freely. Trying to get some experience here, but it's taking forever to creep this camp. Plus he's taking some damage. Water Elemental's not quite tanking this big turtle. And here comes the push. Stressful moment for Sock. His tower is getting destroyed right away. He got the item. But the peasants are in trouble. Militia are needed. There we go. The boys have been called from the main. Oh, wow. What a sick impale. Takes out the pally right away. Didn't quite manage to get off the staff in time. And Sock seems to be getting overwhelmed. In come the gyros, but they're all webbed. TP away. That means that the militia won't be doing anything here. TP's to the shop, trying to heal. But Sock's in trouble. 61 supply only. Does he have flak cannons? Oh, he doesn't have flak cannons either. Only now comes flak cannons. I think the big problem for Sock this game was the macro. The adept training was too late. The flak cannons was too late. Can he still hold? 55 supply only left for the human. Takes out some of the destroyers, though. The gyros aren't being dealt with at all. And now, only one destroyer is left, but also not too many gyros anymore. Now the gyros are in trouble. MK getting focused hard. Has to be staffed out. But MK now out of the fight for a long time. And Lucy is still looking good. 2-1 upgrades on these fiends. And this might be the 1-0 for Lucy. Sock stuck in a bad position over here. He's losing so many units. Lucy hasn't been losing much at all. He lost some destroyers, I guess, but he remade them quickly. And Lucy found a great timing. Now, we don't see the Crypt Lord much of anymore, but we get a reminder here. If you misstep and you make some mistakes, the Crypt Lord can really run away with the game. It started with the first harass when the Berserker died too easily. And then the Dispel upgrade being too late and flak cannons being too late. That's what pretty much sealed the deal. And that is GG. 1-0 for Lucy. Alright, I'm gonna try to fix the sound now. I hope I can figure it out, because honestly, I got no idea why this is. I think now it works, right? You guys can hear the music? Yeah, okay. Alright, that was faster than I thought. This should work now. We'll see. Alright, map number 2 should be much better for Sock. We're gonna go to Last Refuge, which is, in my opinion, the best map for human in the pool. Well, it might be Shallow Grave. Wait, we don't have Shallow Grave here. Never mind. Autumn Leaves, Concealed, Echo, Last Refuge, Northern Isles, Tidehunters. Yeah, I think Last Refuge is definitely the best map for human. Kind of surprised that it wasn't vetoed, but fair enough. Lucy starting off well. I would imagine he hasn't beaten Sock in a while. Yeah. Out of the last 6 matches, 5 went to Sock, and the 1 loss was when he was playing random. Over the last half year, Sock didn't really look the greatest compared to where he was before. But he's still one of the greatest humans in the world. He definitely seems to have been overtaken by Chemico. Sock needs to make sure, if it's again a Cryptolite expansion, that is, Sock needs to make sure to have a better defense at the beginning. Don't lose the Berserker. Try to avoid it at all costs. Always keep it at max range. And get the macro right. You need early usable. You need early flak cannons. And I think don't go too heavy on priests. Just make like 3 priests, maybe 4, and then breakers right away. But Lucy did it well. He knew that Sock was going to get a lot stronger very, very soon. As I said, once that human army reaches 70, 80 supply, it really synergizes very, very well. And things kind of get much more difficult for the undead. But Lucy was ahead, and he went for that timing before the human was perfectly ready. And that was well done. Off we go, map number 2. We got Lucy in the top right. Again, Sock in the bottom left. And it's a different build. It's a TeD Fiend opening. So should be a very different kind of game. Should be Lucy harassing right away. And trying to do as much damage as he can early into the game, while teching up to tier 3 fast and trying to finish the game on tier 3 with a big push. And this is pretty dangerous for Sock right now, because if he's facing Cryptlord, he wants to go for a Merc Camp creep first, because he wants to get level 2 and pick up the Mercs and all that. But if he's playing against DK, he definitely doesn't want to do that. He wants to creep safe at the green. If he's going for the Merc Camp creep, and the DK shows up for harass, it could be a huge disaster. But Lucy might be tipping his hand. If this Acolyte Scout reveals itself to the opponent, then Sock knows that most likely this is not a Cryptlord play. Unless Lucy is going for some crazy mind games. Oh, and look at that. The footy's going over to the Merc Camp. He wants to creep the Merc Camp, it seems. Oh, this is a big deal. This is a big deal, folks. I really don't think the Acolyte should be here. Alright, the Acolyte is revealed. And now Sock is going to be taking a... Yeah, look at that. And the footy thinks, okay, you got an Acolyte here. You're not playing Cryptlord. And I think that's a mistake by Lucy. I think you shouldn't have shown this Acolyte. At least not that early. And good adjustment by Sock. Realizing it's most likely not a Cryptlord, he's going for the safe creep route. If he had crept this, this could have been very painful. So we got the DK showing up to harass. Oof. Old school aggressive play, throwing the coils on the AM right away. As the tier 2 starts. Pretty fast, of course, with this TeD Fiend build. TeD Fiend's very strong at transitioning into a powerful late game, as you have the strong late game Fiends right away. You also have a fast tech, but it's not very good at pressuring early. You're only going to have DK and Skellies to harass at the very beginning until the first Fiend shows up, which is going to be very soon. Alright, here we go. Boys have been called. Expansion going to be crept. So Sok not creeping the green, by the way, after the first creep camp. Going for the expansion right away after the first green. The DK needs to get a lot of kills here. Oh, important last hit. Can he get it with the coil? No, he doesn't! Death Knight needs to get enough kills to get level 2 here. And that's the problem when you start off with 0 creeping as the undead. It's going to be very hard to get that level 2. And it's looking horrible for Lucy. He's got 50 experience. That's a disaster. He's going to get one more peasant, I mean. So 3 peasants died. But that's totally fine for Sok. Double circlet for him is wonderful. The DK's half dead. This is a horrible position for Lucy. Catastrophic, honestly. And that's the big reason why we don't... Oh, peasant, careful. That's the big reason why normally we don't see this creep route anymore. Or this opening anymore. Normally the undead goes creeping one camp first, either this green or this green, to get close to level 2 and then get level 2 and get the aura with some kills. Look at this AM. He's about to get level 3, just needs one more Skelly. And then he can totally bully this DK, who's still not level 2. It's a disaster. Tier 2 finishes, but look at the confidence on Sok. He's not worried about a thing. He knows how strong he is right now. He knows the DK probably isn't level 2 yet. But one footy kill will get the DK to level 2. And he doesn't need that badly. Lots of acolytes hurt at the same time. One goes down, that's level 3, and AM got water elementals at the ready. And that is so much time being bought for Sok. He lost 2 footmen. Doesn't want to lose more. And the tech for him has already started. Now he can start macroing up. Get some towers. Get a shop. Get a lumber mill. Get some boots as well. Hell yeah. Replenishment potion comes in nice and handy. Needs to fend though. Needs to fend badly right now. It's the one issue for Sok not having defend yet. Here comes the lumber mill. And the shop. Defend, defend, defend. It's not making it.
Forces are under attack.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, almost a surround. Ooh, that was close. I am gonna be greeted by the Coil Nova. But that means the footies didn't receive it. Even started now. Perhaps a little bit late. But I guess Sok doesn't mind. He's still looking for the surround on the DK. Perhaps. Doesn't get that. Pulls back the footy. So 2 Novas used and only 1 footy died. It's honestly very good for Sok. Shop is going to be standing. He can heal up with that very soon. As another footy falls, but this costing Lucy a lot of mana, and before you have statues, recovering health and mana, not so easy. Of course, once you do have statues, things change, and the undead becomes a lot stronger. We only have 4 lumber peasants in the main. Sock didn't remake them quickly enough. It's definitely going to be a problem. Low lumber could be an issue for him this whole game. Trying again with the surround. Oh, the statue. Misrallied. It's one of the most valuable units here that Lucy can have, so needs to make use of that statue. And he does. It's Lucy's macro, which is slipping a bit here now. The Ziggurat also forgotten. Ever since this early game, Lucy has been under a lot of pressure and he's been struggling because of it. Oh, look at that block. Almost surrounding the Lich there, not quite. But now next to the shop with the help of the Narrow, Lucy should be safe. And the question is, should Sock stick around? This could quickly turn into a suicide mission from the footies. But the the Water Metal still doing good damage. Would love to take out this statue, but I don't believe he can.
The player's forces are under attack.
Can put some damage onto it though, I guess. Gonna force some repair. And behind this we have the tier 3 coming. Workshop. More footies as well, by the way. Question second, Rax or Sanctum. Normally want to have either Mass Knights or some Breakers. I personally am a much bigger fan of Mass Knights.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now the MK is out. We can solo creep right away to level 2. That would be great for him. Normally, this is never allowed up against players like Happy. Happy will be putting on so much pressure you never have the time to creep something like this. So the fact that Sock does have the time is grand for him. This item, not so grand. Quel'Thala's boots. Where's the 4th production building, though? I got to wonder.
A player's forces are under
Peasants were
attack.
sent back to the main, by the way. As tier 3 is about to finish. Here we have the Pit Lord, and the push is coming. Sock needs a bit more time. He needs a bit more time. These are the seconds that can decide this matchup.
Town is under siege.
Also need to be very careful about the gyros. You don't want to just throw them away.
A player's forces are under attack.
There we go. Tier 3 finishes. In about 1 minute, Sock's going to be a lot stronger. With the Pally, with the Knight. Oh, AM in trouble. Has to TP. Gets out of there with a double-click TP. Hoping not to be stuck in the main. Oh, it wasn't a double-click TP. It was over here. Oh, and he just dies. Oh, no. I thought it was a double-click TP, which should have brought him back to the main. Oh, he thought he would be able to heal in time, but no, the AM lost over at the expo. That is very painful. Walked back from the tavern. He had the resources at least. 2 knights queued. Paladin coming. But that AM loss hurts. Rain of Fire doing a lot of damage. But the repair is holding the shop for now. Lucy's army really isn't that big. Only 44 supply. Oh, MK's the one who's got the staff. So he can't be staffed out himself. Don't we have frost armor here? No, we do. Didn't use it much yet, though. Oil takes out the fiends. The militia coming in. That's going to be some additional damage added. Sock's army not that big yet, though. And the gyros again flying in and sacrificing themselves. Don't really have much of a purpose when there's no destroyers. Could, of course, go for the gyro bombs, but right now it's just about having enough knights. Just pump out knights like crazy. I'm very surprised that he didn't go for that second barracks. It could have been hugely helpful. And Lucy's getting back into this game. He's at 50 supply. He's got strong heroes. And Sock, probably after this early game, thought this was going to be an easy game, but no. Not easy by any means. But if he levels up his Paladin and MK, Sock is also going to get a lot stronger. If he gets MK and Pally to 3, he's going to look completely different here. Going for a second staff and an Orb of Fire already? This is all very expensive. Sock needs most here is an army, I think. And we see the late game Banshee transition like we have seen from Happy many times before. Lucy doesn't have that much lumber though. He's only got 3 ghouls, not 4, so he can't really afford master training yet. But the MK gets level 3 here. That's a big deal. It's got really good items, nicely boosted, especially in HP. Sock staying in no upkeep. That looks so greedy. If Lucy was to push, this could be a killing blow. But I guess it's working out. Not sure if he saw the temples yet. Not too hard to predict though. Lots of undeads are doing this nowadays, following in the footsteps of Happy. And he's expanding again! Okay, he definitely knows. Sock going for mortar teams. And he's got frag shots already. The lumber is looking good now. For him. But the army is a joke right now. 3 heroes and 2 knights. And a single breaker. Oh, the coil too late. Lucy's reaction's a bit too slow to save that first fiend. And doesn't save this one either. Where's the anti-magic? He's got enough mana. Lucy's execution here, not the best. And it's a great creep check by Sock. The fact that he's getting away with so much right here shouldn't really be allowed. Might even be able to force the TP. Oh my god. Oh, the DK! Whew, 30 HP. Jeez. Jeez Louise. One knight is gonna go down. I traded for a Banshee. Wow. That was a sick creep check by Sock, but mainly because Lucy didn't react too well. Too late on the coil, too late on the anti-magic. Not even sure if he used any anti-magic. Oh, but now the mortar team's in very bad position. Oh! Staff disjoins the coil. That was a nice move. And now Sock on 3 bases. He's gonna have so much economy here. And getting stronger and stronger. AM got level 4. MP got 3. Now the only thing missing is Pally 3. But that's still pretty far away. Lucy certainly has strong heroes as well. 4, 4, and 3. Not the best items necessarily. The Lich's damage is okay. DK got no mana items. Pit Lord is whatever. Great item over here. Ancient Django of Endurance. Lucy. However, getting outmassed. 10 supply lead now for Sock. And he got the Paladin level 3. That's a big deal. Doesn't have that much mana right now, though. Alright, here come the Banshees. Ready for the possession. Gets one knight. No staff used here, which was kind of surprising. No staffs being used at all. Sok getting kind of overwhelmed with this Banshee possession play. And all the knights are gone. Or rather, stolen. Everything dropping really low for Sok. Use the heal scroll. He's gonna TP out now. One more of his mortar teams gonna fall. Saves most of his army. That was a bit careless by Sok. Just letting 2 of his knights get stolen. He does have 2 staffs. Could go for a 3rd. But Sok got lots of income, so he can replenish his forces easily. Always love seeing this. The triplet tower combo.
They came from.
Is he making some more knights?
A player's
Yes.
forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Put some gyros in here as well. Oh, one Banshee taken out, so not much possession here anymore. No possession at all anymore. More team damage coming in clutch. Paladin well positioned. You don't want to have him in the front line. Just stand in the back and heal. He's got Divine Shield, so he can go forward. Pops the Divine Shield here. The Pit Lord very low HP. Lucy seems to be losing everything right now. The towers are helping out as well, and that is the GG. Sok ties it up on his map. Lucy came back pretty nicely considering how horrible that early game was. And Sok played a solid game, but not a perfect game by any means. With the lead that he had, he couldn't really double down on it. I think his scouting wasn't very good. I think he should have had one footy out on the map, scouting, seeing where the opponent is. And then probably don't just push blindly into the opponent's map, but rather follow him around the map where he's creeping and put damage on there, prevent him from creeping, steal the creeps, and so on. But yeah, with an early game like that, it's hard to win such a game. But Lucy came kind of close. For the 3rd and deciding map, we're gonna have Tidehunters. Which could absolutely be a Crypt Lord again. Do possessed units take up supply for the undead? Yes. In this case, yeah, like you lose the 2 supply from the Banshee because she's gone. But you receive the 4 supply from the Knight that you steal. But it's very strong, certainly, because of course you take the Knight away from the opponent. Interestingly, you don't get the benefits of the attack and armor upgrades. So if the opponent has 3/3 knights and you steal them, your knights are 0/0, but you do get animal war training upgrade. Which is weird, but that's the way it goes. Can you go over 100 supply? Yep. With Banshees you can. Or with Wisps you can. Like if you get to 100 supply, then you make a bunch of Ancients of War with the Wisps, and then you make units up to 100, and then you cancel the buildings, and then you have more than 100. Or with Dark Ranger Charm, that also works. Map number 3. Also with Tauren Revive. True. Yeah, true. Pally Resurrect. Yep. Chat's got the answers. Very good. Who's gonna move on in the upper bracket? It's gonna be Lucy or Sock. This series, I gotta say, a lot closer than I thought it would be. As I said, I thought Sock would be the big favorite here, but Lucy definitely has much improved compared to half a year ago. Finally seems to be out of his slump. And now we're going back to a ghoul build, and this again could very much be a Crypt Lord. And the difficulty for human on this map especially is there's no merc camp. So you're not gonna have Shadow Priest or Berserker to deal with the Crypt Lord early on. You're just gonna have AM and footies, which can be really tough. I think the human should ideally expand down here, because the creep route then is orange, green, turtles, and that's level 3. And I think you need this level 3 AM as quickly as you can. But of course, if you go up here, there's an easy expansion to creep, and you get it faster. But you're also closer to the Undead's expansion over here, which can be pretty dangerous. Is it a Crypt Lord? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, baby. It's a Lich first. Cool. Lucy with lots of different strategies. Very fun to see. First the Crypt Lord, then the DK, and lastly the Lich. Only the Dreadlord has been sidelined and friend-zoned once again. Sorry, Dreadlord. You're just too weak. So with the Lich you can either expand. This is something that Happy actually has been doing a bit lately. Or you can play very aggressively with Lich and Ghouls. And since we have a 6th Acolyte here, this indeed looks like an expansion. Scout is going to be very important over here. Sock is going to see what's happening. We'll see the Expo attempt. And I wonder if he should be expanding over here or here.
The town is under siege.
Hard choice to make. The thing is, after the expansion, the Lich can run across the map and harass right away. And if he catches you here, it can be very painful. Is it going to work out that way with the timing, though? I'm not so sure.
A player's forces are under attack.
Perfect items for the AM. That's the start that Sock was hoping for. Oh, DM Shorty! Gifting 5 subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, here we go. The Lich is coming. The expansion is again delayed. The fact that he always creeps with 4 ghouls, there's no way this is correct. But whatever. Ooh, the timing, boys. The timing. And that's what I was talking about. Oh, if this timing works out, this could be... Oh, this is so bad for Sock. Oh, Jesus. There's no way Sock gets this turtle, is there? Here comes the Nova. It's level 2 on the Lich. He's got plenty of mana still left. What's the AM doing? He's running away. Is he trying to get boots? He's trying to get boots and cancel maybe on the other side? No, he's just getting boots and then running back. Okay, that seems weird. I guess he's trying to force away the Lich, or maybe even kill him. Oh, maybe he can kill him. He's way faster. Alright. Good recovery. I thought this was almost game already. But Sock able to push the Lich away. He's gonna get the full experience here and get level 3. Let's grow the beast. It's pretty bad. Should still pick it up though. There we go. And now we got the expansion coming, but certainly delayed. Where's the Lich? Ah, there it is. Crept up a bit more. Almost level 3 now. I am getting a tele staff. Trying to see if we can still get the cancel here, but I'm pretty sure it's too late. On the gold mine, almost finished already. Very good sprayed by Sock. Having some footies over here scouting, having the AM over here checking things out. Oh, this is a big deal. Does he have the damage for the cancel? Second Water Elemental. Not ready yet. Still on cooldown. Oh, that's such a big move. It should be finishing, though. It should be finishing. Oh, it was so close. 100 HP. Separating the cancel here. AM staffs out. Expansion for the human. Finishing basically at the same time. But Sock missing out on a big opportunity. A cancel here would have been massive. This time he's got more peasants in the main, which is good. But Lucy's teching faster. How much faster will be the question. Sock has the lumber needed now. I like that he's getting these region scrolls often. Healing up the footies, of course, is a big deal. Right now the ghouls don't do so well anymore, fighting against these Watch Elementals and Footmen on the other side. But the Lich Nova does hurt.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, eats the ghoul. Does he have the Nova? He's got the mana, but doesn't have boots. These boots have been hugely helpful for this AM. Aiding him now in getting away. The tech has started. It is a full minute behind the undead. But he's looking to see what they can do. But the Lich is ready. Level 2 Nova. So strong right now. And good experience on the Lich. He's pretty close to level 4. Level 2 Dark Ritual. Very, very strong. Insane mana sustain. Does have the issue that then you don't have Frost Armor. Honestly, ideally you want to have this Lich on level 6. 3 points in Nova. 2 points in Dark Ritual. And 1 point in Frost Armor. I think legit Frost Armor is better than the ult. I think it's not even close, actually. Trying to go for Zeppelin? Zeppelin and Shredder. Alright. Sock trying to macro up for the late game, I guess. Oh, but first he's gonna be harassing. Okay, that's pretty cool. That Lich, though. Level 4 already. Alright, Sock is buying time. I like this, but Web must certainly be coming now. You really don't want to lose this Shredder. This thing was super expensive. It would be very helpful later on. Oh, imagine if there was a Web already. How greedy is Sock gonna be? Web's almost finished. Sock must know that it's almost finished. He slowed down the tier 3 here by a bit, which helps. Can catch up in tier 3 tech with that, maybe. Yeah, Sock's got good resources. Only 2 towers in the expansion. Sock's army right now is a joke. Let's get a few footies, and that's it. Going tier 3 right away. Needs breakers. Does he have frost armor, by the way? He doesn't. Alright, breakers and knights it is. Right now it's up to the AM and Watch Elementals to hold off against the Fiend army. Once the MK comes out with Stormbolt, definitely you can try to get some kills. And the MK is coming. Lumber a bit low on Sock, but it's gonna change soon with the help of the Shredder. Loading up again. Peasants suffering over at the expansion. Double mana potion from the DK. Oh, the shredder! Don't lose the shredder! Sock, no! Oh my god, 9 HP. Can you believe it? Finally the MK arrives. But that is quite late. Another support definitely needed. The good thing is, with the shredder, you can afford to throw away all your peasants, basically. Lumber peasants. The webbed zeppelin surrounds the fiend. Wow, I haven't seen that before. We're getting to tier 3. Lucy getting a lot of experience though once again. On the first hero we see a big advantage, level 4 Lich against only level 3.5 Archmage. And level 5 Lich is pretty crazy.
Forces are under attack.
Tier 3 is in fact faster for Sock. That's going to be hugely helpful. We made double barracks. No Sanctum. I guess you realized that there's no Frost Armor. I think Lucy definitely has to retrain into Frost Armor. Or maybe even skill Frost Armor on 5? But that's weird. I think you should just retrain. Footies were eliminated, but the MK survived the whole endeavor. And now tier 3 is finished. Tanks coming! No gyros at all yet. Destroyers for Lucy are delayed. But he does have double slaughter.
Players' forces are under attack.
Fun game! Lucy should definitely be going for upgrades here. Does he have the lumber for it? Yes, he does. Lots of damage upgrades on Fiends and Destroyers will be very strong in the late game. And also some armor upgrades. Experience is looking pretty rough on Sock, but it's a big map and lots of camps. Most of the camps, in fact, are still left.
Players' forces are
So he
under
can catch up on levels. It's kind of broke though. No bank for Sock, can't pump into the big army right away. So has hardly any units. For Lucy we got 65 supply already. These tanks are supposed to buy a lot of time. I think if Lucy just pushes right now, he might be able to win. Yeah, level 5 Lich. He's bringing in the orb, right? Yeah. Lucy could just push right now and perhaps win the game. 2 tanks can be dealt with ghouls pretty easy.
A player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
But Lucy feels he has to TP home, and these tanks are exactly doing what they're supposed to. They're forcing back the undead army and buying a lot of time. And meanwhile, Sock sitting a camp away from the opponent. It's making more tanks. No third hero for Lucy, by the way.
Players' forces are under attack.
In the super late game with huge armies, the Dark Ranger is like, meh. I always feel like the Pit Lord is the best in this kind of scenario. TP out. And that was nicely done. He got the item, which was the flute. Good for the gyros. And didn't lose any knights. Paladin also was saved with a staff.
Players' forces are under attack.
And Sock is starting to get close to that AD supply, that magical AD supply. But Lucy's already there, more or less. Just needs one more round of production and he's got it. Oh, Destroyer Morph. Being scouted. Huge Gyro Scout. Seeing this happening is a big deal. I mean, we don't have many gyros, do we? Oh, and one of them gets ensnared. We have quite some knights, but not many gyros at all. The second round of tanks. Perhaps that was the mistake. 3 tanks are on the way. But we have very few gyros only. And the expansion is getting assailed. And the towers are instantly destroyed. Oh, a few Fiends caught on the open, though. There's gonna be at least one easy kill. Maybe more. Levels on the human side still very weak, though. The gyro's just instantly taken out. But you can remake the gyros very quickly. And not having frost armor, you can see the issue. The knights aren't being chased, slowed down. They can easily always continue to chase. Oh, one of the win against the knights. That's very nice. 20-second disable. Oh, but he dispels it himself with his own destroyer. Dispelled the cyclone. Whoops. And Lucy lost a lot of Fiends right here. But he's got strong heroes still left. DK level 4 already. But the MK also got a lot of experience here. That Sock seems to have lost a lot more. Down to only 50 supply right now. Hardly any mining left at the expansion. The tanks are getting dealt with. The Frenzy Ghouls, good enough. The tanks, perhaps not the right choice. Hard to say, though. Oh, and Lucy, ready to make the upset happen right here. Huge lead now for the Undead. Lich almost level 6. And then it could be Frost Armor. Only 2 knights here in the battle. 1 knight taken out right away. But the MK gets level 3. That's a big level up. Gyro still trying to do their best. Orb of Fire perhaps also missing. The gyros again. All taken out. The Lich really close now to that level 6. DK level 5 and Dark Ranger level 3. Around the corner. And this base is not mining anymore. Archmage falls. And that's game. GG. And 2-1 win for Lucy. Really showing how much she has improved. Not just in this matchup, but in general. Lucy officially out of the slump.